and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast, home of your everything New York Mets. If you guys love our shows, please always tweet, like, and subscribe, so that way we give you guys all of your Mets news 24/7 right here on the MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast. If you guys love our shows, you guys can always tweet, like, and subscribe. And plus, if you would like to listen to our broadcast, you guys can do that by going on to our show. We're always giving you guys always updates of everything New York Mets. So sit back, relax, and we're here to give you guys everything you want to hear about your New York Mets. All right, so we got some news that we're going to talk about a little bit here. Yesterday, the Mets did lose against the Philadelphia Phillies, 7-6. Didn't look good for the Mets. Pitching has been really, really flopping. It's been a lot of issues in regards with the pitching. But I got some news for you guys in regards to upper management. So we're going to talk a little. I'm going to talk to you guys a little on that just a little bit later on the show. So when you're watching the show, stay to the very end because I will be giving you guys news updates on management with the New York Mets. So again, stay tuned. Also, if you guys want to hear our shows, you guys can listen to our shows on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube. You could even listen to us on Amazon Music. We are on all major platforms, so you guys can listen to all of our shows daily right here on the MetsXMFanZone podcast. All right, so let's get into the show. All right, we're gonna be pulling up some of. We're not gonna do the questions today. We will do that later on tonight. So just to let you guys know, we're gonna start to do two live broadcasts now. We're gonna do a live reaction after game time, only on Met wins. Probably we'll do it on Met losses also too. So we're still trying to figure out the scheduling on that. But you guys can vote on that by going onto a website at MetsXMFanZone.com, and you can vote to hear whatever you guys want to hear. And plus, you guys can write your responses on what you want to hear when I go live. So you guys could go to the website, MetsXMFanZone.com. Gives you guys all the show details. It's in right here on our shows on Facebook and also on YouTube. We are live on Facebook and YouTube and all of our platforms. So make sure that you guys check it out for all of your Mets news. So we're going to go into the lineup. I'm going to guys talk about our three top players of the game, and then I'm going to leave it to you guys. So stay very to the end, so that way we give you the major Mets news updates in regards with upper management. So I got some news to talk about on that front. Also, if you guys would like to check out our website, you guys can do that by going to MetsXMFanZone.com. And for just $9.99 a month, you guys can watch all your New York Mets on our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.com. Not only does it give you uninterrupted live streams, you get game reactions always through me through our podcast shows. You get every game on the website uninterrupted, no pop-ups, no advertisement. Never have to have a worry about a TV provider. And you could download our website app on your mobile devices. So you guys can do that by going on to Android or iPhone. So we will have that available for you guys by the end of tomorrow. So it'll be official where you guys can officially download the app tomorrow. But you could also download you could download the extension if you have Google Chrome, and which kind of like more of an app sort of feel. So same rules applied. And plus, just to let you guys know, when you sign up to a subscription to our website, we are giving away the 2023 Buck Showalter graphic t-shirts sponsored by SB Sports Athletics. And when you sign up, make sure we will email you and we will ask for your information, billing information, so that way we can ship the shirt out to you guys. Plus, We have all the sizes: small, medium, large, extra large, but the extra larges are specially ordered. So, but we would like to thank SB Sports Athletics for sponsoring here in our show today, and we also would like to thank Rex Sports. I mean, these companies are awesome. I mean, Rex Sports is probably one of the best, hands down, in regards to gym accessories, gym clothing accessories. I mean, easy, sleek designs. I mean, you name it, they have it, and they are proud supporters of our channel. I would like to thank them real much for sponsoring here on the show today. And plus, we also like to thank SB Sports Athletics for also sponsoring too. All right, so let's get into the lineup. We got a lot of news to cover. We're going to talk about the lineup. We're going to talk about pitching matchups, because we got on the mound for the New York Mets in this one, Justin Verlander versus Colin Rea for the Milwaukee Brewers. Game does start at 7:10, and let's go ahead and give you guys the lineup for this matchup today. Batting first, playing in left field for the Milwaukee Brewers, is Christian Yelich. Batting second, playing catching behind the dish, is William Contreras. Batting third, playing first base, is Rowdy Tellez. Batting fourth, playing shortstop for today, is Willie Amaris. Batting fifth, playing second base, is Owen Miller. Batting sixth and DHing in today's game is Jesse Winker. I was going to say Jesse Walker. And then batting seventh, batting seventh and playing third base is Luis Arias. And then batting eighth, playing right field, is Blaine Perkins. And then batting ninth and playing center field is Joey Weinsmer. And now here is your slumming, fallen, declined New York Mets of the 2023 season. Batting first, playing center field, is Brandon Nimmo. Batting second, playing right field, is Sterling Marte. Batting third, playing shortstop, is Francisco Lindor. Batting fourth, playing first base, is Pete Alonso. Batting fifth and DHing in this one, and I'm going to say it, Daniel Vogelbach. Batting sixth, playing left field, Tommy Pham. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Jeff McNeil. Batting eighth and catching for today's game is Francisco Alvarez. And then batting ninth and playing third base is Brett Beatty. And that is your 2023 New York Mets lineup and the 2023 Milwaukee Brewers. So let's analyze this lineup here for a second. So we're starting to see Brandon Nimmo starting to come out of that little slump that he's been in. He's looking really good the last few games. What can I see out of him in today's matchup? Could he very well be good against the right-hander Colin Rea? Now, also, which is not really good in my honest opinion, is Colin Rea. In his last 7 games, he is 3-1. This is his best average of the year. His ERA is 4.84. He has been looking pretty decent in his last couple of starts. I know I haven't really seen what he's done, but from going by statistically, he has been looking pretty good. He's got 32 strikeouts in his last four games. I mean, he's kind of, pitching good here. I mean, honestly, something to worry about. But of course, we got Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander, in his last couple of starts, he's actually 1-3 in his last 7 games. He's got an ERA of 5.15 ERA, and he's only striking out 32 strikeouts. So I mean, not super bad. However, against this lineup, I mean, we know a couple of these guys have seen Justin Verlander, like Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich is 4-16 against Justin Verlander, and also Owen Miller has seen Verlander in his last 4 appearances, and he is a 1.32 ERA. he hasn't been really good against Verlander, but we'll get to see on what they're gonna do in today's game. And then, of course, Blake Perkins also has seen Justin Verlander pitch. So in his last 6 appearances, he's got a 2.97 ERA, and he's got within his last 32 plate appearances, he is 23 and 29. So I mean, I don't know on what we'll actually really get to see there. Again, there are guys that could very well step up in today's game. See, there's no issue here in regards to hitting. I feel, in my honest opinion, yes, the issue is with with Daniel Vogelbach. Yes, that is an issue, but however, the issues are not always going to be based on what we're seeing. I think that with Daniel Vogelbach being into this lineup is kind of hurting, not helping them. So we need to be able to see on what the team could really do here. Now, against Colin Ray, the New York Mets, Brendan Nimmo has been batting an average of .333 against Colin Ray. So, again, he's a guy that could very well be a threat towards him today. I would go 3 and 4 for Brendan Nimmo. He's going to probably be one of my number 3 stars for today's game. So if you are betting for Brendan Nimmo in today's game to go 3 for 4, I would go 3 for 4. However, I would give him maybe a double and maybe a couple of singles. So, and I would probably say a walk. So Ray does give up a lot of walks. In his last 7 appearances, he's given up 56 walks. So that's kind of a lot of walks there. But however, again, this is a really bad defensive team. So the Mets could very well hit very well against this team right now. So we'll get to see what they will do in today's matchup. So if I was going to go for a 3rd start, I would definitely go with Brendan Nimmo to be your hot guy for today's matchup. Then I would also say go with Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil hasn't been hitting very well, but you know what? I liked on what I'm seeing with him in regards to defensive. I think today he's going to have that breakthrough because of the bad defense of Milwaukee. So if he could get on base, that would be great with a couple of those sacrifice bunts. I liked on what I saw out of that in yesterday's game. But today's game is going to be a lot different because obviously they're playing against the Milwaukee Brewers. And they are the worst defensive team in the league. So with that being said, I would like to see a couple of hits coming out of him today. I would like to see a lot of that bunt appearances that we have been seeing the last few games out of him. So if you're not getting that hit, get that bunt. So I would like to see on what he could do in today's game. Get me a bunt, maybe get me a single here, and I do think he's going to really start hitting the ball now. So see. The thing is that Jeff McNeil needs to get his confidence, and if he doesn't have his confidence, then you're not gonna execute the hitting as well as you want to. So believe me, it is a mental thing, and sometimes guys have issues in regards to coming out of the slumps that they are in. But however, I do like on Jeff McNeil to come out on top today. So I would probably go maybe 2 and 4 with Jeff McNeil, and I think he will definitely be the guy on top. God damn. So I would put Jeff McNeil as my second guy. Then I would like to go with Sterling Marte. Sterling Marte has a really good bat right now. He has probably one of the good bats next to Tommy Pham in the last few days. He's hitting very well. I mean, he's got an average of .378 as of right now. So I would like to see Sterling Marte be that guy that could give you a couple runs in today. So if you are betting for Sterling Marte to give you a big impact game today, I would go with 3 for 4. maybe a couple runs, couple of singles, and a couple of doubles. But we'll go based on what we're seeing out of his last appearances. So I'm liking what I'm seeing out of that. Uh, we'll talk about that. That will be right after our updates. But I do like this. I definitely would like to see Sterling Marte be that second star. And then, so we got Jeff McNeil to be our third star for today's game, probably least likely. So I'll put him number 3. I would put Sterling Marte number 2, and then I would go with Brandon Nimmo going first. So he would be your top star, and I do think he's going to have a breakthrough game today. So definitely a couple of walks, a couple of singles, maybe a couple of doubles in today's game. That's what I'm seeing. So if you are going to bet, go a couple of hits, go a couple of singles, go a couple of walks maybe, and maybe 1 or 2 walks. And then I would go with 2 RBIs for Brandon Nimmo. I would also go with 2 RBIs with Sterling Marte. And I would go with maybe a run on Jeff McNeil. So if you are going to do something like that, that's what I would do. Then let's go with the category of home runs. Now, I've been on point lately with home runs. So who do I pick that will give me a home run in today's game? And I put money on this. Definitely putting money on the home runs, on who's going to hit your home run. So, betting. I would say Francisco Lindor. Chris Lindor is having a hot bat right now. Lindor, which I didn't put in there as my 3 stars, but he's my alternative. He's my alternative 4. So I would definitely put him in there. But Sterling Marte to give me a home run. Francisco Lindor to give me a home run. And I'm gonna go with Daniel Vogelbach. Don't know why. I think he's gonna do it late in the game, probably like the 7th or 8th inning. So if you want to bet it around the 7th and 8th inning on Daniel Vogelbach to give you a home run, I do it. I think he's gonna do something today. Maybe a single, maybe a double. I don't say a double, but maybe a single, and maybe a home run. But those are the guys I feel that could definitely give you home runs today. Because if you look at the stats on Lindor, Lindor hits better against righties than he does lefties. And with the righties, he bats .275. And he's got 8 home runs against right-handed pitching. So I would like to see Lindor give me, something, anything, RBIs, home runs, but I think definitely Lindor is going to do something in today's game against right-handed pitching, because he's probably going to be batting lefty today. So I would say, well, actually, they got him switch. Well, he's a switch hitter, but I think he's going to be batting lefty against the righty. So I would definitely go with Francisco Lindor to give me a home run there. And plus, his on-field percentage is pretty good. It's at .772. So I would like to see Francisco Lindor maybe do something in today's game. But I definitely would go with a home run there, for sure. Maybe Pete Alonso. I would probably go with also Pete Alonso on home run. So he hits so good against right-handed pitching. I mean, really, really good. And he gives you a lot of power against right-handing. So I would go with maybe Pete Alonso for a home run as well. And then Daniel Vogelbach. I think Daniel Vogelbach is going to give you a home run also. And I leave it at that. So those are the guys I would go with in home runs. RBIs. I would say Sterling Marte, because Sterling Marte does hit very well against players on base. He hits at an average of .552. So I would go with Sterling Marte to give me some RBIs in today's game. I would probably go with like maybe 2 or 3 runs. Then I would go with Tommy Pham. Another guy has a really good bat. if you want to pick with RBIs in the RBI department, I would say Tommy Pham to also give me maybe 2 RBIs in today's game too. And then catching. What do I see in today's game in regards to catching? Now, I think Francisco Alvarez is better behind the plate. Navarez not looking very good back there. He's giving up way too many stolen bases. I think Francisco Alvarez is definitely going to cut it for today. I would say Francisco Alvarez to have a very good defensive game overall behind the dish. Now let's go with pitching because we got Justin Verlander on the mound for the Mets, and then we got Colin Ray for the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, who do I see is going to give me a lot of strikeouts in this one? Well, I would definitely go with Justin Verlander. Now, if he's on point with his sliders and execute them very well, then he's going to be your top guy for this game. Why I say that is because he has good impact against right-handing batting, and he could very well execute guys there in the corner, especially with his curveball, because he does have a really nasty curveball. So I would go with, if you are betting in today's game, I would go with the over. They have on FanDuel, which you guys could use the promo code MetsXMFanZone. If you are a new member, you could get a free bet tonight on us if you use the promo code. And if you're just signing up, I would say Justin Verlander over 3.5 because they have him at 3.5. They always have it very low. So I would go with over on an alternative spread at 6.5. I think he's definitely going to have a 12 strikeout game. Again, they don't have a really good offensive. Their defensive is worse, but they don't have really great hitting either. So with that being said, I think Justin Verlander is going to come on top. And once he trusts his stuff, I think he's going to be really good in today's game. So I would definitely, and plus Verlander has seen them before. So, he's seen them quite often. So I really do think that Justin Verlander is going to come out on top and beat the winning pitching for this game. Now, go with Colin Ray. How many strikeouts do I see that he will have today? I would probably go under the 7, but if the Mets are not hitting, then I would go the over at 4.5. Because they haven't set it over 4.5, so I would go over the 4.5 if the Mets don't produce any hits today. Which, a lot of the times that the Mets do produce your runs. So hitting is not a problem for the Mets, but the bullpen is the problem, and pitching seems to be the problem with the Mets. So with that being said, if you are going to bet, make sure that you're betting wisely here, because again, Mets will definitely give you runs. So they have it on FanDuel to give at 6.5 runs. I would go over, especially with this defensive on Milwaukee. They do give up a lot of runs. So I would say this would be a high-scoring game. And my box score, I feel that the Mets will win today, and I'm going to go with 10-4. And that's my final score for today, because I really do think a lot of hitting is going to happen for the Mets. So I would say final score 10-4 for the Mets and to win. And you're definitely going to see David Peterson on the mound probably later on tonight, hopefully, because he's gotten enough rest. He's gotten 7 days to relax. So you're probably going to see David Robinson on the mound. So more than likely going to see him on there today. You're probably going to see Drew Smith on there today. You're probably going to see the Italian guy on there, Natali. I think he's going to probably be pitching today too as well. Hope this will probably be his first appearance with the New York Mets, and as of the moves that the Mets are making. So enough with the betting. That's my closing for the betting on this matchup. So let's go with the news for today, because I did say that we got some breaking news. Now, I was I was actually in the office. I was talking with amongst of people that I work with, and I've been hearing some very interesting news. And the the first one was that the Mets picked up Reed Garrett. Now, Reed Garrett is a pretty decent. He is a pretty decent pitcher. However, he does have a 10.27 ERA. This could be very concerning. I mean, it's very concerning when the Mets are getting pitching that are kind of over the 10 ERA. The Mets did get another guy that had 7. So I mean, but the latest acquisition was Reed Garrett. I like Reed Garrett, and I really do think that Reed Garrett could really rebound here for the New York Mets. And me chatting with him earlier today, he says he's pretty confident. So I talked with him on the phone. Seems like a very nice gentleman. So, and I do think that he could very well be the guy that could actually step up into that bullpen spot. They are looking to put that fifth hole. So we'll get to see on what works there. But he is the latest acquisition for the New York Mets. Now, talking about upper management, because I did start off the show talking about management. Now, earlier today, Buck Showalter was in the office with Steve Cohen. Now, we don't know exactly on what was said in this closed meeting, but he was in a meeting with Steve Cohen earlier today. Hopefully, this is good news. We don't know exactly what the whole conversation was really all about. All I know is that there was no comment to be made when I spoke with Cohen. He said there was, we don't want to really discuss on what was said here in this closed meeting, because when it's a closed meeting, that means that they're not allowed to, they're not going to bring it out to the public. So, with that being said, there are guys that are on the line here now. We're talking with David Stern now. Most of you guys know who David Stern is. He's what do you call it, baseball operation for another team, which I'm not going to disclose, because I was actually got in trouble from that team. They didn't want me to mention it in the podcast, which is okay. But David Stern could very well be the Mets president. An organization, to run the day-to-day operations. I like David Stern. I think he's going to be a really good acquisition when he comes here. Steve Cohen has been talking with him. Has liked him for quite a while. But the relationship with Steve Cohen and Billy Epler has been very silent. We don't know exactly what's going on in regards with the office. We do know that the office has been very tension-wise in the last 2 days, and I was here, and you could feel a little bit of the tension here, and it does not look good for the Mets moving forward here. I mean, it could very well be that Billy Epler is talking with teams. We don't know exactly on what they're really doing yet, if they're going to make a big move here. I see that a big move is going to be made in the next week or so, and it's probably going to be involved with either Jeff McNeil or with Tommy Pham. What I'm hearing, it's more on the Tommy Pham side. The Mets very well could trade him somewhere to get value for pitching. Again, this is not. I'm not gonna really confirm this, because we still don't know just yet. But the chatter in the office is Tommy Pham he's been mentioned quite a few times, and Pete Alonso has also been mentioned a few times, and also Sterling Marte has been mentioned a few times. So with that being said, we'll know more. I will definitely keep you guys posted in that. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking, what's the deal? What's going on here? So that's what we are hearing as of right now in regards to potential trades to be made. But if I was going to go and make some trades here, it would be Daniel Vogelback. It would probably be Mark Canha. But you know what? There's no value right now in them. So if once these guys start getting hot and start playing really good, then maybe there might be a little bit more value in them. So we're not hearing quite exactly on the chatter right now with them. So they haven't been put in any conversation. But Pete Alonso has been put in the conversation, which I am not for. Also, Tommy Pham, Sterling Marte have been put into this mix. So there has been, chatter in regards to those guys potentially leaving. And the Mets want to pick up some, pitching to work into that farm system. So I would definitely say something like that could potentially happen maybe in a week or two or so. But again, I will keep you guys updated in the news on that. I would love to thank you guys for chatting here on our show today. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section down below. If you guys are members of our website, you guys could definitely watch all of your Mets live streams, news feeds, and much, much more. And plus, when you sign up for just $9.99 today, you could get a Buck Showalter's graphic t-shirt. Thanks to SB Sports Athletics for sponsoring here on our show today. And we would like to thank Rec Sports for also sponsoring our show. I would like to thank you guys for watching. Be safe, be well. New York Mets are playing tonight against the Milwaukee Brewers. Game starts at 7:10, but we're hearing that it could be delayed. But we will keep everybody updated with the news. I will be posting up some updates when the game does become available, if the Mets decide to cancel this one or go into rain delay. All right, thank you guys for watching. Be safe, be well. Let's go, Mets. And we will see you guys right here after the Mets play the Milwaukee Brewers. Game starts at 7:10. We got Justin Verlander on the mound for your New York Metsies. And we got Colin Ray for the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll see you guys real soon. Be safe. Be well. Let's go, Mets.